Hello, everybody. This is Jimmy. You're reading with Jimmy. We're doing a 10-minute breakdown of a very famous Guy de Maupassant story called The Jewels. I subtitled it Love, Lies, and the Price of Illusion. Ready? Welcome, everybody. These are my quick takes. Well, let me ask you something. What if you discover that everything you believed about your marriage or your someone that you're with was a lie? That's The Jewels by Guy de Maupassant. It's a sharp, ironic tale about love, deception, and the unexpected ways that fate plays with us. Or maybe you don't believe in fate. Do we really know people closest to us? Think about this. Or are we just seeing what we want to see and believe? So I'd like to welcome you to Jimmy's Quick Takes. This is where we break down these great pieces of literature, encouraging you to read it with us after you hear this 10-minute summary. So let's unravel Maupassant's brilliant story of illusion, betrayal, and unexpected fortune. So what's the story? Well, Monsieur Latine, a humble, hardworking clerk, marries a woman that he adores. She's gentle, beautiful, and she's perfect in every way. She just has two great loves, and in his opinion, faults. She loves the theater, and she loves fake jewelry. The fake jewelers, well, since they are poor, madam, she wears cheap costume jewelry, or so her husband thinks. She laughs off the idea of owning real diamonds, and they're very happy together. And then there's a tragic twist. She suddenly falls ill and dies. He's devastated. He loved her so deeply. And with his finances now in ruin, how the heck did she keep up the household? He never knew. He decides to sell one of her fake jewels, to make some money. Except when he goes to the jeweler, he finds out it's not fake. Huh. The betrayal. The jeweler immediately recognizes these diamonds, and they're worth a small fortune. In fact, everything she has is real. How did the poor clerk's wife afford such luxuries? Well, there's really only one explanation. She wasn't faithful. Someone gave her those jewels for something, perhaps. The irony is that Latine, once a loving, heartbroken widower, is now rich beyond his wildest dreams. So he drowns his sorrow in wealth. He remarries a respectable woman, and he finds himself completely miserable. Sometimes ignorance really is bliss, isn't it? So what's the deal? Well, Maupassant, through his third-person anonymous narrator, doesn't just write these stories about betrayal and about illusions. He shows us these things. For example, love and deception go hand in hand. Did Latine's wife truly love him? You have to read it with Jimmy to figure this out. Or was he just the safe, respectable husband while she led a secret life? People believe what they want to believe, don't they? You and I and everyone you and I know, right? It's hard to face the truth. He never questioned where these fake jewels came from. And he was blind to the truth. He was happy as a pig in a poke, right? Until it hit him in the face. Wealth doesn't bring happiness. That's one of the themes, right? He wanted love, but instead he gets diamonds and misery. So the jewel's brilliance is that personal tragedy turns into a dark, ironic joke on life, or fate, if you will, right? We're talking about fate. Here's a few of the themes of the jewels: illusion versus reality. Latine had the perfect wife, but reality was something else entirely. We see what we want to see, like I said before, so seeing truth is hard, and you should read the jewels with me to figure this out. Right now, that's what we do. We see what we want to see, and this helps us see maybe what the truth is. Betrayal, the bitterness of betrayal. Would Latine rather have known the truth? Would you rather know the truth? Or was he just happier living a lie? What is the truth? What was the truth? Read the jewels with Jimmy. The meaning of wealth. He spent his life struggling for finances. He never understood how his wife could keep the house so beautiful. But he was happy. He didn't question it, only to find fortune through heartbreak and then unhappiness. And that's called irony. Irony. So the anonymous narrator doesn't just give us heroes or villains. This is a story about the cruel absurdity a life sometimes brings to us. So why does the jewels matter today? Why should we care about a story about a cheating wife? I know you're asking that, right? This is an old story. Well, love is complicated. Love was complicated. Love is complicated. Love will be complicated. What is love? Can someone love you and yet betray you at the same time? These are profound questions that just don't go away. It forces you to define love. I know Jimmy defined love when he first met his wife. He sat her down on the beach and said, "Here's what I think. What do you think?" She thought I was nuts. Perhaps I am. Because we all ignore inconvenient truths, don't we? Latin never asked questions. He just assumed things. And we do the same thing, don't we? We assume a lot of things. But I don't want you to forget that when you assume, you make an ass out of you and me. I don't know if you ever heard that, but that's a common thing. Don't assume. Well, how do you prove love, Jimmy? Well, that's an interesting question too, right? Because money changes everything. What happens when sorrow turns into profit? There's several stories on this website about that theme. Money does change everything, right? Money's really just a means to an end, isn't it? But some people pursue it like it's the God, right? Money's the God. Because illusions make life bearable. Is that true? Illusions make life bearable. Do you have illusions? Sometimes the truth doesn't set you free. It just makes you miserable, doesn't it? Can you think of times in your life where you were better off not knowing than knowing? I think you can. So what's Maupassant's genius is that he doesn't just tell these things, he shows them to us. These are beautiful stories, and I encourage you to read it with Jimmy. It's 20 minutes long. Calling all readers. The jewels is 10, that's jewels in 10 minutes. The actual reading of the story is only 20 minutes. What do you got to lose, right? Come on down and read it with me. And then read the 45-minute analysis. Well, Jimmy, how come the analysis is longer than the story? Well, because we take it apart. We take it apart piece by piece to try and understand it. Why? Because we want to learn how others lead their lives and how we should lead ours. Go to my website. You're on it now if you're reading this 10-minute version. Watch my deep dive analysis if you'd like on YouTube. We have a YouTube channel. And I'm going to read and analyze every ironic twist, every cruel joke, and every theme that still resonates today. Because what was written all these years ago still resonates today. So I'm going to leave you with this question. Would you rather know a painful truth, or would you rather live happily in ignorance? What do you think, huh? Would you rather know a painful truth or live happily in ignorance? Do you want another classic broken down? Let me know. Jimmy@readingwithjimmy.com is my email address, Jimmy@readingwithjimmy.com. And thanks for listening to this 10-minute take. Don't go away yet. This is what it looks like when you land on my website to read the jewels. There's a complete reading in 20 minutes, and then, as I mentioned, there's a complete analysis in 45 minutes right below it. The QR code leads you to my YouTube channel. Enjoy. And remember, would you rather know the truth or live in an illusion? What is the truth? Or as Jack Nicholson would say, you can't handle the truth. Can you?